Tell me, I forgot. Show me, I will remember. Involve me, I will learn. So, hello everyone. My name is Nabadipan Debnath, and today I will discuss about one of a curriculum, which is experience-based curriculum. Experience-based curriculum means learning by doing. Okay, it is a framework where we learn by doing. So, before we discuss about experience-based curriculum, we have to know about what is curriculum. See, curriculum is a complete plan of what, how, and why students learn in schools. It is like a roadmap that guides teachers and students to their goals. Okay, so curriculum is a roadmap which guides the students to their goals. Okay, what he will do, what he will not do, and what he will do in the schools. Okay, so it is curriculum. So now today I will talk about the experience curriculum in 21st century, its methods and strategies. As I discussed before that it is a part of a curriculum. Okay, experience based curriculum means learning by doing. Okay. Experience curriculum. First of all, we have to know about the definition. So, experience-based curriculum is a part of a curriculum where the students learn through real-life experiences, okay, through real-life situations. Here, the students not only just read books and learn from it, they will experience it, they will practice it, okay, and they will solve the problems. It is now experience-based curriculum. So, experience-based curriculum is a child-centered approach where students learn through learning by doing. Okay, it develops their critical thinking. Okay, their problem solving, improve their communications, and make them creative. In today's world, means the 21st century, it is very important because today's worlds need problem solvers, creative thinkers, and practical learners where you can solve the problems in real life situation, in real situation, in the real time situation. Okay, in this real time situation, or where you face, you have to solve it. So you have to become creative for this. So experience based curriculum helps to learn those things. Now, unlike every curriculum has its methods and strategies, now experience curriculum has also their methods and pedagogical strategies or techniques. Okay, now I will discuss about their strategies and pedagogical methods. The first method is project based learning. In project based learning, students learn through learning by doing, like projects, okay, models, presentations, or any TLM, or any other things, or any making videos. Okay, these are comes under the project based learning. So this project based learning has 4 steps. First of all, first one is you have to plan what you will show. Okay, first of all you have to plan it. Then comes research. If you plan the topic, then you have to research on it, gathering informations, we call it. So after gathering information, you have to create a video or in a presentation like this. Okay, this is a part of a project based learning. Then you have to present it to everyone. So just like now I am doing video and I will later published in YouTube. Okay, so it will be comes under the present. So these are the 4 steps. So what is the benefit of it? This will make the students more creative. Okay, then it will develop their communication skills, creative thinking, and problem solving. Then comes problem based curriculum. In problem based curriculum, students learn through solve real life problems. Okay, it has also 5 steps. First of all, you have to find out the identify the problem. Okay, first of all, identify. Then comes discuss to it in a group. Then comes gathering information, as we discussed about the project based learning. Then comes present it and then reflect on it. So, for example, if we take a topic like how to reduce plastic in our locality, first of all, you have to find out, identify the problems. Then you have to discuss it with your classmates. Okay. Then you have to gather information how to solve it. Okay. Then you have to present it to everyone and you will reflect on it. Okay. So this is the a problem based curriculum. So in problem based curriculum, the students will develop critical thinking, problem solving abilities and communication skills. Then comes service learning. See, service learning is very important because it connected to the society. Okay. So service learning, service plus learning. In service learning, here the students learn through serve the society. It develops responsibility and empathy toward the society. So there are three types of service learning. First of all is environmental, then social learning, and then civic. In environmental, we can conclude the social drives. Okay, they clean up things like environment cleanup drives this. Then in social learning, we can conclude teaching your younger brother or any poor children. This comes under what? Social learning. Okay. Then civic comes blood donation, etc. and other things. Okay. This will develop your empathy and responsibility towards the society. Fourth method is field visit and exertion. So, in field visit and exertion, the learning happens outside the classroom. Here, the students will directly experience and learn through it rather than just seeing the books or the pictures on the books. Okay. For example, if we want to study about the history of Maharajas in Tripura, okay, you will go to the Ujjanta Palace and you can directly experience about the dynasty about of a Maharaja Birvikram Manikka, then Kishore Manikka, and means Manikka dynasty. Okay, so here you will directly experience, not just reading from the books. Okay, here the students will directly experience it, question it, and try to solve it within them. So it is very important. Then comes simulation and role play. In simulation and role play, the students will act the situation. For example, the students will act a character like teacher or a judge or a leader. Okay, here the students not just only read and act, but they directly experience the situations. Okay, for example, if you mock a parliament, okay, in mock parliament, if you take a role of a judge, you can know about the democracy, the leadership skills and other things. Okay, or for example, if you mock a parliament, you can know about the laws and the constitution about our India. Then you will improve your decision making abilities, then debate and other things. Okay, so it is a part of a experiment based curriculum. There is another method of experiment based curriculum, which is storytelling and narrative pedagogy. In storytelling and narrative pedagogy, the students will learn through stories. Okay, do you know stories are considered as the most powerful tool in teaching? The story literally easily helps to understand the students and make them interested about the topic. For example, if you teach science, okay, water cycle, here you can convert the water cycle into a poem or a story. The water travels through sea, then it goes to the sky, convert into a cloud and comes to the land in form of a rain. Okay, so it is a type of a poem. Okay, now here involves the water cycle also. The water first of all in sea, then goes to the sky, then convert into a cloud and then comes into a rain in the land. So this is the water cycle. Now I convert it into the poem. So students will make more interested. So these are some methods of experiment-based curriculum. Now I will talk about the role of the teacher in experiment-based curriculum. As we know, every curriculum has its three pillars. Okay, first of all is institution, then teacher, and then students. So teacher plays an important role in every curriculum because he is one of the most powerful pillar of the education. Okay, so now I will discuss about the role of the teacher. Here in experiment-based curriculum, the teacher will act as a facilitator, not a dictator. Here he will guide the students, he will help the students, not lecture him. Okay, then the second one is will give them support. Suppose a students do work in his learning, so he have to encourage the student. Okay, then he have to understand the student, so develop empathy. These are the role of the teacher. And the last one is the teacher will design different activities so that the students can easily interested on it, attract to it. Okay, this curriculum or in learning. So in experiment based curriculum, these are some important roles of a teacher. So in conclusion, experiment based curriculum is very important in today's world because as I discussed it before, our worlds need real life problem solvers, okay, then creative thinkers and practical learners. So it is very important in our today's world. Thank you so much.